Streaming 24/7.
24/7.
Bold Moves Radio.
Bold Moves Radio.
Afrika nakupenda sana. Oh, Afrika nakupenda sana.
Welcome to Bold Moves Radio. The show is Prudent Woman with myself, RHULANI BALOYI. Thank you for joining us this Sunday. We are excited to have you here with us as we journey through the second half of the year. Today is the 2nd of July, and you can all agree with me that we have not seen where the year went, to think we are now entering the last half of the year. We are in July 2023. It is not long that it was the festive seasons, but what can we say? It is what it is. Thank you for joining us. All of you who are watching us via our YouTube page, please don't forget, if you have not yet subscribed, please go ahead and subscribe. There are a lot of programs that you are missing out on Bold Moves Radio. Those of you watching us on Facebook, thank you for joining us. We have a wonderful show this afternoon, and we are grateful that you are all here. And of course, please, you are welcome to drop down your comments, your questions as we journey through this conversation, so that you are part of the conversation. And all of you are joining us via the Bold Moves Radio stream. Thank you so much for listening to us. If you have a question to be part of the show, you are welcome to send your WhatsApp on 081 358 8745. I'll repeat, the number is 081 358 8745. This is Bold Moves Radio, and the show is Prudent Woman. We come to you every Sunday, 4 o'clock up until 5 o'clock. Today, we are excited because we have a wonderful woman who's going to talk to us on how to achieve optimal health. And I know, just like myself, most of you are asking yourselves, what is optimal health? Yes, of course, she's going to be talking to us. She's introducing this concept to us. But what I can promise you, it is something so wonderful. She's going to talk to us on how to make sure that we balance, or we find a balance between our spiritual, our social, our physical, our emotional, and our intellectual health. I'm sure you are excited, just like I am excited, to have with us Pheladi Maredi. Says Pheladi, welcome to Bold Moves Radio. Welcome to the Prudent Women. We are prudent women because we say, as women, we do not want situation to take us by surprise, but we always want to be empowered so that we can respond appropriately at a season when we are expected to respond, and empower ourselves so that we are of good use to our loved ones and those who are around us. I would like to welcome you, and as you greet the audience as Pheladi, please just tell us, who is Pheladi Maredi and what is it that you do?
Good afternoon, RHULANI, and good afternoon to all our listeners this afternoon. My name is Pheladi Maredi, as already introduced by RHULANI, and Pheladi Maredi is the co-founder of Optimal Health Institute, which is based in Polokwane, and I am of 3 boys. I am a daughter. I was raised by a widowed mom, and I have 3 siblings who are my best friends. And also I am a wife to Dr. Victor Maredi, who runs Optimal Health with me. And I also have a background in physiotherapy. By the way, I studied physiotherapy in the Medical University of Southern Africa. And I worked as a physio. I ran my own physiotherapy private practice for almost 15 years. And yes, and from there I transitioned from physio into opening Optimal Health. And yeah, that is basically a little bit about myself.
Thank you so much, Pheladi. It is wonderful to hear that, we have women who want to start something. You were in physiotherapy, but I would like to believe you had a desire you felt that zeal or the calling to do something around optimal health. But I'm sure everyone is asking themselves, physiotherapy, we know we are a bit familiar with it, but optimal health, most of the people, I'm sure, just like myself, do not understand what is optimal health.
Okay. Sure. That is a very good question. Optimal health. Okay, I'm going to answer the question based on my optimal health. Optimal health is an integrative medical practice. In optimal health, we practice what is called functional medicine. And the functional medicine is all about going to the root cause of a disease. We look at the root cause of a problem. I'm going to give an example. Like if I have a client who is diabetic, or they are pre-diabetic, we know that them being diabetic or them being pre-diabetic is due to a series of incidences. It's not just about their sugar being elevated. So when you practice optimal health, basically what you do is you want to find out, why is this person diabetic in the first place? Instead of putting that patient or that client on chronic medication and saying to them, you are now diabetic and you are going to be on chronic medication for life, we try and analyze, why are you pre-diabetic? Because we know that there are many factors that could have led to this person being diabetic. It could be that this person went through a lot mentally or spiritually or physically. By the time the sugar starts being elevated, there is a series of things which have been out of balance. So for that person to actually reverse that diabetes or their sugar, they need to address all those things which are out of balance. And once you address everything, you actually go to the root cause of their diabetes in the first place, and that client or that person will reverse it and never have to be on chronic medication. So that is what optimal health is all about. It's all about empowering our clients so that they can take charge of their health. Yeah.
So in your practice, what I'm understanding is that when I come and say I have this sickness, you do not give medication to treat that symptom, but you say, let us look at you in totality.
Yes,
And
definitely.
then says Pheladi, it says to me, when I come to you, maybe you'll help me to understand. It's not a once off, but it's gonna be a journey.
Yes, 100%, 100%. When you come to us, RHULANI, we treat you holistically as a person, because we know that no two people are the same. There's
Yes.
RHULANI, there's Pheladi. RHULANI can come with diabetes, and Pheladi can also come with diabetes, but the causes of diabetes in RHULANI are totally different to the causes of diabetes in Pheladi. So we treat each and every client as an individual, and we practice what we is in front of you. We have been through. How is their spiritual life? How's their mental life? How's their stress? Because all those things, they eventually manifest as diseases. In one person, stress can manifest as high blood. In the next person, stress can manifest as gut issues. So that's where now we say, optimal health is individualized, is personalized medicine, where you actually treat the person holistically, looking at the root cause of their issues and addressing those root causes so symptoms can eventually fall away. So yes, it is a journey. In some people, like our clients, we put them on programs. Some programs can be for 3 months, others can be for 6 months, and others can even go up to 12 months, because how long the program will be determined by what your blood will show us. So before we sit down with our clients, we normally send them for blood tests. We do thorough blood tests. We send the bloods to Lancet, and from there, once the bloods are back, we analyze. We look for the imbalances. Your blood will never lie. Your blood will tell us where the gaps are. And once we have all your results, we design a personalized program that will help us to manage and reverse that particular condition.
Wow, this is so interesting, says Pheladi. It's eye-opening to understand that as human beings, of course, we know we are not the same, and we understand the limitations that medical science presents, because I would like to believe it's impossible that there can be different medications for different people for headache, for instance. But how you are bringing your service in to say, yes, you may have a headache, but your headache will not be the same as Philadi's headache. So it requires a different solution, isn't it? That's what you are saying. So, it's eye-opening, because I would like to believe, even myself as a person, with such information, I should be able to look at myself when I have a symptom. Let's say I have a headache. I should be able to look back at my actions for maybe for the past few days and say, have I been under strain? What has been happening? But in most cases, because of lack of this knowledge, when I have that symptom, the likelihood is that I just go and take a Panadol and not reflect back on what is it that I've been doing in order to be able to bring in a solution to the headache. Is that how optimal health works?
Absolutely, Australiani. That is how optimal health works. To take medication, you need to, like we believe in listening to our bodies. There are certain foods, like after eating certain foods, you might feel bloated, but most of us, we actually ignore the symptoms. Most people, after eating baked stuff or after eating like your bread, they feel bloated, but they ignore the symptoms. It's not normal to eat bread and feel bloated, or it's not normal to eat your pap and immediately after eating pap, you feel tired, you feel like taking a nap. That is your body sending a message to you that every time I eat pap, I am not happy. Something needs to be fixed. So you are spot on when you say that, it's all about knowing that you don't have to run for a Panado every time you feel a headache. You need to look back and say, did I sleep enough? Did I take enough water? What is stressing me? Simple things like those. Simple things like those. Yes.
Oh, thank you. For those of you who have just joined us, this is Bold Moves Radio, and the show is Prudent Woman. We are having a conversation with Sis Pheladi Maredi. We are talking on optimal health. She is here to assist us on how best we can achieve optimal health. That is a balance between the 5 elements. That is emotional, physical, intellectual, spiritual, and your fifth one, what is it? And your social, your mental and your social. They must be balanced. For one to say they are healthy, there must be balance between the 5 aspects. Says Pheladi, when I was preparing for this show, I came across a document that was talking on the pillars of mental health. It spoke about 5 pillars of mental health. Maybe you'd like to take us through what are those pillars, because I felt those are very important for one to be able to start with this journey of wanting to attain mental optimal health.
Yeah. When we talk about optimal health, we look at your relaxation, we look at your sleep hygiene, we look at your relationships, and your stress levels, because all those are intertwined. For example, if your relationships are stressing you, or if your relationships are not the way they're supposed to, that will lead to stress. And then when you are stressed, you will not get quality sleep. And when you don't sleep enough, then your body will present with like tense muscles, headaches. Some people, when they don't sleep enough, they even get constipation, because as soon as your body realizes that you are under stress, the body will be like, oh, we are under stress, then let's stop bowel movement, let's stop this, let's stop that. So it's very important to actually balance all those pillars in order for you to be able to attain optimal health, because there's no way you can say I am optimizing my health if your nutrition is not on par. There's no way you can say, yes, I am healthy and I am fit, if you are not doing movement. You don't have to do it, you don't have to overdo it. Like 30 minutes of walking, that's all that your body needs. And the other thing with exercise or with movement is, as soon as you go beyond an hour, 2 hours, then you are putting your body under a lot of stress. And I know we have a lot of people who love running, and they do comrades and all that. Running comrades is good, for your accolades and for your and all that, but it's not very good for your health, because I mean, imagine the whole day you are running. That puts a lot of strain on your joints, on your heart, on your organs. And we at Optimal Health, we have a lot of athletes who come and consult with us before they do their comrades. And most of them, when we check their vitamin D levels, we check their iron levels, most of them are very low in areas. But we never tell them to stop running, because we know that that is something that helps them to feel like they are achieving something. Instead, what we do, just help the body to be able to cope a little bit more better with the strain that they're under. Yeah.
Thank
Yeah.
you thank you so much, Sis Pheladi. And of course, more of everything is not good. I
Yes.
believe everything needs a balance.
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes.
I would like us to go on an ad break. When we come back, uh, let us talk on the difference, just to make our audience to fully understand. I know we've touched on this in your opening,
Yeah.
but this concept, optimal health, it's a new concept. So it is our desire as Bold Moves Radio that when we finish this show, let everyone at least have a better understanding, so that they can be able to go and now make more research on it. So I will want us to talk on the difference between your usual health and optimal health as we know it, as we come back from the ad break. So let us go on an ad break. Welcome back. This is Bold Moves Radio. The show is Prudent Woman with myself, RHULANI BALOYI. Today we have here with us Pheladi Maredi. She is talking to us on how to achieve optimal health. Before we went on an ad break, she was talking to us to understand that what optimal health is and how can one make sure that there is a balance. And we all agree that more of everything is not good. So everything needs a balance. Says Pheladi, we are back. Um, I see she's having a technical challenge, but even as she's gonna come back, I would like to believe you are learning a lot, just like myself, on what she is teaching us on optimal health. To say one needs to make sure that there is a balance between your social. If you are not socially happy, obviously it will have an impact on your health. Your spiritual, it's very important. Your emotional, it's very important. And your intellectual health. Says Pheladi Maredi is talking to us on optimal health. And she was telling us that optimal health, they are about making sure that they find the root cause of what is presenting the symptoms that you are going through before we can say we want to assist you even medically. And I would like to say thank you as well to all of you who are joining us on Bold Moves Radio, our Facebook page, and our YouTube page. Any of you who is joining us on YouTube and you have not yet subscribed, please, I would like to encourage you, subscribe, click on the subscribe button so that you can be able to be updated on all the programs that Bold Moves Radio brings forth to you. And thank you. I see ladies are here watching us be part of the conversation. I see Cecilia Libuani. Thank you so much for being here. Says Georgina Mabunza. I see Nyeleti Baloyi. I see Sister Kalani Popi. I see Tinswalo Matebula. I see Pastor Joylene. Thank you so much for being here. Mama Tusaho, Mama Joyce Tusaho, thank you for being with us. Mama Islands Vuma, thank you for being here with us. We are excited that you are here, and I would like to believe we are going to learn a lot through the session today, even as Pheladi Maredi is talking to us on optimal health. It seems she's having a technical challenge to join back with us. I would like us to take an ad break, and whilst we are sorting the challenge that she's having. Thank you.
Are you ready for the ultimate dietary powerhouse? Look no further than Masana Dietitian's Nutro Boost. Our scientifically formulated low GI food is designed to give you the boost you need to fuel your body and reach your health goals. With NutriBoost, you have the flexibility to enjoy it as a high-fiber cereal or a satisfying shake. Simply mix it with water and indulge in the mouth-watering flavors that we have to offer. But that's not all. NutriBoost is packed with essential nutrients that are beneficial for your overall well-being. Enriched with 20 immune-boosting vitamins and minerals, it's a convenient and effective way to support your immune system. And here's the best part. NutriBoost is gluten-free, egg-free, and high in omega-3, making it suitable for those with dietary restrictions or allergies. Need an energy boost? NutriBoost has you covered. It's high in energy and protein, providing you with the fuel you need to power through your day. Whether it's a busy morning or an intense workout session, say goodbye to midday slumps and hello to sustained energy with NutriBoost. Try it today and experience the difference. For orders or to become a distributor, contact us on the following details.
Welcome back. This is Bold Moves Radio. The show is Prudent Woman with myself, RHULANI Baloyi. Thank you for tuning in and being with us. We have with us here, says Pheladi Maredi. She is talking to us on optimal health. Says Pheladi, before we went on an ad break, we were talking and we agreed that when we come back, we're going to be talking on the difference between your usual health that we are all accustomed to and this new concept that is called optimal health. What are the differences between the two?
Okay, the difference between our usual health, and when you are not feeling well and you go and consult, and let's say for instance you have asthma, or you have high blood, or you have rheumatoid arthritis, you will be put on chronic medication, and once in a while you will go for a checkup, and they will check you, and they will say you are doing well, you are doing fine, your sugar is controlled, or your high blood is controlled.
Thank you so much. It seems we have a challenge. I'm not sure what can it be, because the network connectivity for Pheladi seems to be good. Our technical team, can we go on an ad break, and whilst we sort that one out? Sorry, says Pheladi. I realize you continued and you were talking, but from our side, you had been cut off. If you can repeat the differences between our usual health and optimal health for us.
Reversed that way. So look at traditional health. It's always accepted when someone is diagnosed high blood, or is sugar diabetes, or it's asthma. We will say, okay, fine, you have this condition, on chronic medication, every 6 or 12 months, you will come in for your checkup, and when they check your sugar levels and they're doing fine, that will be regarded as you being healthy. So now it means that the medication is controlling that sugar. In charge of your health is the medication which is doing the work. Whereas we say, as soon as on its way, our approach, I did with diabetes in
This is Bold Moves Radio. The show is Prudent Woman with myself, RHULANI BALOYI. Thank you so much for being with us. We are talking to Pheladi Maredi. We are talking on optimal health. We are excited to have you with us. Let us go on an ad break. As we come back, we continue on optimal health, and Pheladi Maredi is going to be taking us through on how to maintain now that they've taken you through their programs. How do you now maintain optimal health to make sure that you have a balance between all the 5 elements that she has indicated makes up your optimal health? Let us go on an ad break. Welcome back. This is Bold Moves Radio. The show is Prudent Woman with myself, RHULANI BALOYI. We are talking to says Pheladi Maredi. We are talking on optimal health. Says Pheladi, thank you for being with us. And of course, we understood the difference between our usual health as we used to know it and optimal health. To say, with the usual health, it's when you go and say you've got 1, 2, 3, and 4, they'll give you medication to deal with it. But in optimal health, yes, of course, you look for the root cause. And thank you for everyone who is here with us, listening to us. And our apologies for those who are watching on Facebook and on YouTube that you may not be able to see, says Pilar, this video. We are trying to manage a connectivity. The network seems to be a challenge there. So we are trying to increase the bandwidth, make use of what we have so that she can be able to be audible. And thank you so much, says Pheladi. As we continue with the show, says Pheladi, yes, you have told us what optimal health is and how you can assist one to make sure that they attain this balance. How does one now make sure that they maintain this balance that you will have assisted them to make sure that they create? Says Pheladi. I'm not sure. Our technical team, can you hear her? I cannot hear, says Pheladi from my side. Says Pheladi. Says Pheladi. Can you hear us? Connectivity seems to be a challenge, and our apologies to all our listeners and our viewers. This is Bold Moves Radio. The show is Prudent Woman. We are talking to says Pheladi Maredi on optimal health. Um, we seem to be having a challenge with her. Says Pheladi, can you hear me? I see she's connected. Technical team, let us go on an ad break whilst we try to see if we cannot sort it out. This is Bold Moves Radio. The show is Prudent Woman with myself, RHULANI BALOYI. Thank you so much for joining us. We are talking to says Pheladi Maredi. She is talking to us on optimal health. Says Pheladi, can you hear us?
Yes, I can hear you, says RHULANI.
Thank
Can you
you
hear me
so
well?
Yes, we can hear you perfectly. I think
All
let us stay with you without your video on so that we do
Okay.
not interfere with the little bandwidth that you have for connectivity, as long as we can hear the information that you have for us. I was asking, says Pheladi, how does one now maintain the optimal that health that you will have assisted them to make sure that they achieve?
Okay. It boils back to once you have achieved your optimal health. It boils back to you understanding in the first place why did you want to achieve your optimal health? What are the reasons that you decided, you know what, I'm going to attain optimal health. The very same reasons that help you to seek optimal health, those are the reasons that should help you to maintain your optimal health. So what we do with our clients is we put them on our programs, and once they have achieved, we put them on maintenance, just like with losing weight. Once you have lost weight, you need to put certain habits in place to make sure that you maintain your weight loss. Otherwise, you are going to regain all the weight back. Same thing applies to optimal health. Once you have identified the things that brought you here, you need to be able to say, okay, now that I have achieved my optimal health, what habits am I going to put into place to make sure that I achieve my optimal health? And that will include nutrition. You know, you'll need to have a certain type of nutrition plan that you are going to put in place. You will have to set time aside to make sure you put time aside for movement or for exercise. You know, relaxation. Relaxation can be in a form of meditation. It can be in a form of spending time alone, as in solitude, or you know, going on a solo date, just taking yourself out for lunch. Some people actually thrive on that, spending time alone. And also sleep hygiene. You know, we are advised that we should at least sleep between 8 to 10 hours every night. Relationships, says RHULANI. You know, relationships are very, very important. If you do not have quality relationships in your life, if you are in very toxic relationships, those relationships will affect your mental, and they will also affect your spiritual health. And you know, you need to be able to make sure that your relationships are of good quality. And also, you know, as women, we need to have a community of women that you can associate with. As a person or as a woman, you cannot be an island. You can't live alone. You can't do this life alone. You need to find yourself women who belong to the same sort of school, or women who you relate to, who you can create bonds and relationship with, so that whenever you feel like, you know what, I really need to go out with my girlfriends, you know, you can pick up a call and call Osrulani, and you know what, and say to her, Osrulani, I need to have a cup of coffee with you, you know, and just relax with Osrulani and leave that place feeling rejuvenated and feeling energized. Not to have friends who will always bring you down. You know, sometimes you can have friends, like every time you meet that friend, you go home feeling so depressed because all they ever say is, you've gained weight. Oh, look at you. What happened to your skin? Or, and they're always saying negative things to you. You need friends who will fill your cup, and you can also fill their cup. And by the time you leave each other, you go home feeling rejuvenated, feeling energized, and feeling like yourself.
Wow, that is wonderful. You know, what you have just said, it says to me, all you need to do to maintain optimal health is to look out for the 5 elements and make
Yes,
sure that you take care of them. And there is
yes,
nothing that is of less importance, but
yes,
everything, there must be a balance in them. What an
yes.
empowering session, says Pheladi. You know, as women, we are more charged with taking care of our families. Everyone, when they are sick in the family, they run to you, whatever
Yes.
happens. So it shall benefit us, prudent women, to know how to assist our loved ones to make sure that they are healthy. So when we say a person is healthy, says Pheladi, you are actually
Mm,
confirming to us that they must have the 5 elements balanced. That's when you
absolutely,
can see you are healthy. And,
absolutely.
and you know, currently, recently, with what we are seeing, it confirms to us that yes, these elements are very, very important, because I can just imagine when we say someone has got mental health issues or they've got depression, In most cases, they did not look after their social. As you were saying, that it's very important for one to have a friend where you can go and be rejuvenated afterwards. It's very
Yes.
important for one to look after their spiritual element. It's very important for one to look after their intellectual aspect of their life. So it's not about us saying we are healthy because we are eating healthy, or we are healthy because we are running marathons, but it's about the balance. Thank you so much. And of all of you who have just joined us, this is Bold Moves Radio. And the show is Prudent Woman. We are talking to says Pheladi Maredi. She is talking to us about uh, optimal health. And we are having this conversation as Prudent Women, and we are excited to have you joining us. Before we went on an ad break, says Pheladi, we spoke about the difference between our usual health that we know, and you were talking to us as well, showing us the difference together with what we refer to optimal health. So says Pheladi, as we draw close to the end of this show, because time is not on our side, when we talk about this optimal health, yes, we have been talking on how we can achieve it, what it is, but I would like you to take us through why is it important for us to achieve optimal health. Does it have an impact towards our productivity as human beings?
That is an excellent question, RHULANI, because honestly speaking, it's very important to make sure that you achieve your own optimal health. Ne?
Mm,
At my work at Optimal Health, ne?
mm,
When people come and consult with us for their optimal health consultation, we have a consultation which we call an optimal health consultation. That consultation takes an even 1 hour 30 minutes with one person, and we
mm,
understand, we try and educate our clients that yes, your genetics, yes, you do have a certain genetics as an individual, but your genetics, they don't have to determine your fate. If your mother was hypertensive and your father was hypertensive, you do have those genes, but the genes
mm,
will be turned on by your environment, by your and a father who's diabetic. But when as RHULANI, you can make a declaration that it ends here. It
mm,
ends here. I'm not going to be hypertensive like my mom and like my dad. And that is very important because, once you attain your optimal health, what I've realized with most of our clients who actually went on our programs, and eventually when we do their bloods at the end of their program and they see that they have reversed a lot of conditions, they never want to go back because they
mm,
know how they were feeling when they were not where they are supposed to be. They were
mm,
tired, and when you are tired, you don't have energy to take care of your family. And as mothers, the demand is a lot on us. When you
mm,
come from work, your kids are waiting, says RHULANI. They want you to help
mm,
them with with their homework. But imagine if when at lunch you ate this big plate of pap with meat and you had coke. By the time you get home, you are tired, ne?
mm,
Because you didn't take care of your nutrition. By the time you get home, you are tired because you did not feed your body the relevant nutrients your body needs to be rejuvenated. When you get home, your husband is still expecting you to be a wife. Your kids are still expecting you to be a mother. And when now you are like, but I'm tired, So it's very important because that will impact other areas of your life. When you
mm.
feel good, you do good. When you have
Yes.
optimized your health, you will feel good. And when you feel good, it will show in other areas of your life. You'll be an attractive person to people. They'll be like, why is RHULANI always so energized, always smiling,
Mm,
always happy? Because on the inside, you have done the work. You have done the
mm,
work from the inside, and they will show on the outside. You know. So I always say, as mothers, unfortunately as mothers, or fortunately as mothers, God gave us a bigger role. God gave us a bigger role because you are a mother to your kids, you are a mother to your husband as well, or you are a mother to other kids who are closer to you, and you are a mother to any other child who looks up to you. So you have to make sure that your health is up to scratch. You have to make sure that you are always energized, and that will take a lot. That will take you putting time aside for you as a person, making sure that you do your exercise, you spend time alone, you spend time with your God, you fill your own cup so that you can pour into the cups of those who look up to you. Fill your own cup, let it overflow, and then from there you pour into other people's cups. But we find ourselves as women running on empty. When we run on empty, we are not able to pour into our families or into our kids and into those who really look up to us. So yes, it's very important. Make sure that you attain your optimal health, because that will determine the quality of the life that you are going to lead.
Wow, says Pheladi. Thank you very much. And to all our listeners and our viewers, those of you who are on Facebook and on YouTube, I see you. I see says Mahasa Tombeni here. I see says Defnindo. And I see a comment here, someone saying, we often think that as long as you are physically not ill, you are okay. But seeing how everything ties together with our optimal health, I will be so much more intentional with everything. And that's exactly what you have just said, says Pheladi, to say, you need to be able to take care of yourself so that you can take care of those who are around us. We need to fill up our cup so that we can give to those who are around us, our families, because you cannot give something that you do not have. And you putting it correctly to say, if you are forever tired, you will not be productive towards your family and even towards your workplace, or even as you operate your own business. So we need to look after ourselves optimally in terms of our health. Let us not only attend to the symptoms, but let us be intentional to say, how is my well-being? The 5 elements of my life, let me look after them so that I can be a better, productive human being. Before we end the show, says Pheladi, I would like us to go on an ad break. When we come back, I just want you, to just give us tips on how you help your clients to make sure that they attain this optimal health. Because from what you have told us, I can see it's a mountain to climb. We can talk about it's just like when you are told there's a program to lose weight and you are excited because you've seen someone who has just lost weight and you say, I'm going to enroll. But it is not simple. You need someone who's going to hand hold you, walk the journey with you so that you can be able to attain it. Let us go on an ad break. We'll be right back with you. Welcome back. This is Bold Moves Radio. The show is Prudent Woman with myself, RHULANI. We come to you every Sunday from 4 o'clock up until 5 o'clock. Today, we have a conversation with Pheladi Maredi. She has been talking to us about how to achieve optimal health. And thank you, Sintabi Chauke. Even as you say, yes, indeed, we need to fill up our cups. And how do we fill up our cups? By making sure that we are healthy. Says Pheladi, as we draw close to the end of the show, and would like to say thank you. just give us the tips. We are excited. I can see women here saying, I want to go through this journey of attaining optimal health. But we know nothing is that simple. You need someone that will hold you by the hand. I would like to invite you, just give us the tips that one can use, or what is it that you give to your clients to encourage them in attaining this goal as you journey with them.
Okay, Sister RHULANI, yes, indeed. Trying to strive for optimal health is not as easy as we put it to be, but it's very, very simple. It's simple, but not easy. As we already discussed, it's all about. I think it's all about prioritizing you, prioritizing yourself, and just making time and writing down, putting down the things that we spoke about, as in terms of your nutrition, in terms of exercise, in terms of relaxation, in terms of your sleep hygiene, and also in terms of relationships. Ne? Once you can write those 5 pillars down and then start journaling, like in terms of nutrition, what can I do better? What is it that I know that I am indulging in, which I'm not supposed to be indulging? It could be a simple thing that every day when you knock off, you feel like driving past the garage and grab a chocolate. You can decide today that, what, I'm going to stop doing that. I'm only going to have a chocolate once a month, instead of me buying chocolate every day when I knock off. A simple decision like that one. And then in terms of exercise, if you have not been exercising, don't put huge goals on your shoulders. It can just be like, what, I'm going to start going for a walk for 15 minutes. If your work is very hectic, it requires you to wake up early. Just wake up like 15 minutes earlier than usual. Take a skipping rope and just skip for 15 minutes for a start, or just go for a walk. Just walk around the block and then come back home and shower and then go to work. Or if you're able to knock off early, just knock off early, 15 minutes of walking around the block or 15 minutes of skipping. That will be a good start. And then relaxation, be intentional about relaxation. Carve some time out. When you get home and your kids are all over you and they want you to help with homework and stuff like that, explain to them that, what, my child, can I just have like 15 minutes to myself so that I can center myself? And, give me 15 minutes. After I'm done centering myself, then I will come and help you. And do not be afraid to ask for help. Sometimes as women or as mothers, we don't want to ask for help. If you have a helper at home and that helper is able to cook, ask them to cook dinner. If you know that by the time you get home you are tired, just say to them, what, money, just prepare cabbage, prepare this. When I come back from work, I'll only prepare pap or I'll prepare meat, something like that. Do not be scared to ask for help. Asking for help is not a sign of weakness, and also prioritizing sleep. These days, because of social media, we find ourselves lost on our phones. We are always on our phones, we're always on our gadgets. And, if you spend too much time on your phone before you go to bed, that interferes with how your brain works. Make sure that you put aside, before you go to bed, make sure that you do not touch your phone, or you're not in front of the TV at least for an hour before you go to bed, so that your brain can shut down. Give your brain time to shut down before you go to it. In terms of relationships, the relationships that are working for you, and the relationships that are not working for you. So that one, I cannot say to you, go and do this and go and do that. You know exactly who are the people in your life who are stealing your joy. Those people are the kind of people that you can just slowly withdraw from. If they steal your joy, if they don't nourish you, if you don't feel a connect or a connection with them, it's okay. It's okay to say, what, my friend, I don't think this relationship is working very well for me. I still love you, and but I need some time to myself. It's that in a very good manner. Or sometimes you don't even have to explain yourself. You can just disappear, and when they say hi, how have you been and whatever, and you can just say, you know what, I'm fine, I'm just busy with other things right now. So it's just about prioritizing all those five key points that we spoke about. And one more last thing, necessary, in terms of nutrition, the food that we eat these days, they don't give us enough nutrition. So look into supplementing. As a woman, once you are above 35, once you're above 40, there are certain supplements that you can start working into your diet to support your lifestyle.
Wow. Thank you so much, says Pheladi. And on that one, the one that you have just ended with on supplements, I would like to believe, having seen your brochure, that you will come back and talk to us about those supplements. Because as women, I've learned that we need to take the supplements, but we need some guidance from those who have got knowledge on which supplements we need to take. And nowadays it gets complicated. You hear women going for drips and all these things. Some of them are cosmetics and all that, but I think it's a topic of another day. And we'd love to have you here again to talk to us on those. But I would like to say thank you very much. We have been our eyes have been opened in terms of optimal health. And of course, in a Prudent Woman, we say the time is not enough for us to go through a topic and exhaust everything. But this is a platform where we spark conversations. We bring in conversations to start talking about them. And we believe prudent women are women who go out and look for information. So you will continue with your research on what optimal health is and how you can get assistance, how you can work on it yourself to make sure that you attain optimal health after uh, having our eyes opened by says Pheladi. Says Pheladi, before we say bye to our audience, even as you say bye to the audience, I know probably there's something that I've missed out which you would like to leave with our listeners. What is it that you like to say to us as you bid farewell to our listeners and our viewers?
Thank you so much, RHULANI. Really, this was a great conversation. Thank you so much for giving me this platform to share my passion with other women. And I think, as a mother, I would say to other women out there or other mothers that, we also have kids. Ne? As much as you are going to try and pursue your own optimal health, try and involve your kids or on this quest. Try and introduce healthy eating habits to your kids. Try and introduce meditation to your kids. Teach your kids how to pray. Teach your kids how to love themselves. And just you being a role model to your kids and leading them by example. Don't leave your kids out, because you'll be amazed as to how fast these kids learn, and they're always watching us and they learn from us. So that would be something that I'd really like our listeners to take home with.
Thank you so much, says Pheladi. This was a wonderful conversation. I trust that prudent women, you have been empowered. And of course, even as she said bye to all of us, she said we must not leave our children behind. And you are right, children catch very fast. So if you are to take them through in this journey, they are likely to come back and be able to teach you, and they will help in policing you as well as you undertake this journey. I would like to say thank you so much, says Pheladi. Maybe you would like to share your contacts. Where can our audience find you? You said in your opening statement that you are based right here in Polokwane. So as you bid them farewell, where can they find you, those who would like to make use of your services?
Okay, we are at number 40, Jorisin Street in Polokwane. Our building is written Optimal Health. And on Instagram, we are there as Optimal Health _PLK. And we are also on Facebook as Optimal Health. And our contacts are 082 544 9361 or 082 332 6246. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much, says Pheladi. And I would like to say thank you to all of you who were part of this conversation. Thank you for your comments, your questions that were coming through. I believe that you had gotten some information that will assist you to continue with the session. And of course, as Pheladi's contact is 082 544 9361. For those of you who would like to contact them, you are welcome. They are right here in Pulukwani in Jorisen Street. Thank you so much, says Pheladi. As we say bye to all of you, I would like to say thank you to our technical team, DJ Messi, and of course, our executive producer, Pastor Strike. And today's show, I would like to give the credit to Dr. Ngumalo. Thank you so much, Dr. Ngumalo. She brought and produced this session. And I would like to say thank you so much, even as she has joined the Prudent Woman team as a researcher. I would like to say bye to all of you. We'll be back with you next week, 4 o'clock up until 5 o'clock. But before that, before we say we knock off, I would like to remind you, remember at 5:30 this evening, we have Pastor Freedom, the Living Word Outreach Program. She's coming through. She will be here with us. Please go and grab that cup of coffee. And of course, from tomorrow, Monday up until Friday, every morning from 6 o'clock up until 6:30 in the morning, we have our different ministry gifts. They're assisting us, leading us as we pray. And on Tuesday, we've got the African Experience. On Thursday, we've got Love SA. Thank you so much for joining us. This was Bold Moves Radio. We are with you 24/7. Have a blessed week ahead.
Ladies and gentlemen, here it is.
Streaming 24/7. 24/7.
Bold Moves Radio.
Bold Moves Radio.
Afrika nakupenda sana, oh Afrika nakupenda sana.